Today we're going to look at Magic the Gathering cards that are going to be incredibly generous to our opponents, giving them gifts. I'm going to start off with Rapid Hybridization. It's a blue instant. Destroy target creature. It can't be regenerated. That creature's controller puts a 3/3 green frog lizard creature token onto the battlefield. Now, I think for the Commander players out there, you might say, well, I mean, this card's great. What's wrong with that? Because a 3/3 creature versus 3 other people sort of sucks. But let me tell you, one-on-one tournament Magic, that 3/3 creature is quite deadly. Destroying their creature and at least replacing it with a frog lizard. You're going to get beaten down by the frog lizard. All right, who else has some amazing suggestions? Let's go look at Pejman Ramilia. Literal Christmas card. Ramilia. I don't even know this Ramilia card doesn't exist. Maybe it's hard to find because it's not an actual card. Harmless Offering. Cute kitty smile. All right, so we can gift them anything that they want. Just give us a list. For 3 mana sorcery, target opponent gains control of target permanent you control. Could be something good. Could be something bad. Hopefully it's generous enough. Next up, we've got... Okay, let's go Toilet Duck. Fun thing to do. Fractured Identity. Identity on something. Plus Phage the Untouchable. What kind of gift is that? That's terrible. 5 mana sorcery. Exile target non-land permanent. Each player other than its controller creates a token. So that gets a copy. Then its controller creates a token that's a copy of it. So if you copy your own card, or exile your own non-land permanent, all your opponents get the thing. Or if you're in a multiplayer game, exile 1 card from one of the players, and that's it. Toilet Duck, bingo. There's no bingo card. Nikachu searches for a custom card as if it's a real card. That's probably what it... Oh, you're trolling me too early, Pejman. Islarf, Incarnation Technique. My all-time favorite card in EDH, the 5 mana sorcery. It's got Demonstrate. So when you cast the spell, you can copy it. And if you do, choose an opponent who also copies it. I like it. Mill 5 cards and return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. The gift of milling. Everyone loves milling. At least people who have creatures in their graveyard, that's for sure. Okay, next up, we got Christopher B with Soul Canar the Tainted, the final mode. Got a lot of modes. Feels like an instant or sorcery. A 5 mana 5/5 elemental demon. At the beginning of your end step, choose one that hasn't been chosen. We can draw a card. Each opponent loses 2 life, you gain 2 life. It can deal 3 damage up to 1 other target creature or planeswalker. But then we got the last one. Exile Soul Canar, then return it to the battlefield under an opponent's control. That's right. This holiday season, give people the gift of Soul Canar. Exactly what we have to do. Benjamin Berkeley asked for, does Avarice Totem count? I'll see. 1 mana artifact, pay 5, exchange control of Avarice Totem and target non-land permanent. Seems a bit rude. I guess you give someone the gift of stealing something from someone else. It's almost like a gift certificate, except you had to exchange the gift certificate for something that they already had. It's like those gift exchanges where if you don't like what you have, you can exchange it for something else. Something else that somebody opened. Everyone's get the one-time swipe, and that Avarice Totem, it's basically your ticket for a one-time swipe. Summer Mermaid Star says, this is also making an episode where one of my decks is literally built around gifts. Pace Fan Forever with Donate. Literal donate. No, not. Donate is an actual card. The 3 mana sorcery. Target player gains control of target permanent you control. Usually it's a bad thing, though. Usually. Yeah, it's a gift swap. Yeah, the last card, Avarice Totem, is a gift swapping thing. A gift swap. Okay, Corbinek, Beamtown Bullies. 4 mana, 4/4, Vigilance Haste. Tap target opponent whose turn it is, puts target non-legendary creature card from your graveyard onto the battlefield under their control. It gains haste. You also get to goad it. At the beginning of the next end step, you have to exile it, though. I don't think Leveler gives anything. It only gives you a headache. Okay, what's next here? Let's get Dennis with Metamorphose. Metamorphose. Definitely not Metamorphosis. Metamorphose, a 2-mana instant. Put target permanent an opponent controls on top of its owner's library. That opponent may put an artifact, creature, enchantment, or land card from their hand into play. Does this count? So you give your opponent the opportunity. We don't actually give them anything. So I'm going to have to disqualify this one. They're actually going to give themselves something. They're basically gifting themselves. It's a little against the spirit of the show. We have to influence them to have the thing that's on the battlefield. Swords to Plowshares definitely doesn't count. Not tangible enough. Path to Exile is, though. Path to Exile. You exile their creature, but they get to look for a basic land card. You give them ramp. You're ramping them up. And for a millennia in Modern, this card it's got its upsides and its downsides. You exile the creature, but then you die a turn faster than normal. Okay, Steve Cooper with our first super chat. Thank you very much, Steve Cooper. It would be a crime not to do generous gift. Generous gift and 2 donations to chat. Destroy target permanent, and its controller creates a 3/3 green elephant creature token. I feel like I'm supposed to have an elephant sound effect. I don't, though, unfortunately. This is the exact same situation with the rapid hybridization. Look at that elephant. It's big, a big elephant. Next, let's take a look at Well of Darkness with Quain. The Itinerant Meddler. Oh, it's the Wabbit. The wascally little Wabbit. It's a 2-mana 1/3. And for tap, each player may draw a card. And each player who drew a card this way also gains 1 life. Basically, gift giving for everybody. It's always somebody who's giving everybody a small little gift. And in this case, you know, sometimes they give you like the $10 Dunkin' Donuts gift card, or like a keychain or something. Everyone gets a little life and also 1 card at the same time. Very generous. This should be called the generous gift. The generous gifter. The most generous of gifting. All right, second super chat. Howling Mine, absolutely. Howling, I will give that one to you. It's basically the version of Quain. Quain in artifact form. It should be Quain's Mine. Artifact, at the beginning of each player's draw step, if Howling Mine is untapped, that player draws an additional card. I keep forgetting about that untap part. It's not that easy to remember. The old templating on these damn cards. Certify ourselves with Perch Protection. Does it attack? Okay, we have 6 mana instant. Oh yeah, this is gift an extra turn. You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast the spell. If you do, they take an extra turn after this one. That's extremely generous. What do we get? Create 4 2/2 blue bird creature tokens with flying. If the gift was promised, all permanents you control phase out, and until your next turn, your life total can't change, and you gain protection from everything. Ah, Teferi's Protection. Also, it should have been just a Teferi card. Teferi's Protection and Teferi's Gift. I'm sure Teferi can manipulate space and time. Next up, we got Lord Trevor with the Merry Christmas Sky Swallower for maximum gift giving. Okay, I always get the wrong Sky Swallower here. There's like, okay, this is the Sky Swallower. I keep thinking it's the Simic Sky Swallower. 5 mana, 8/8. When it comes to play, target opponent gains control of all other permanents you control. I'm going to declare bankruptcy. So I got to get rid of all my belongings that the bankruptcy court doesn't know about. We're going to scam the government here. It says the Sky Swallower. This is my lawyer. Your super chat went through. Your super chat. It's a pay-to-win game here, so the bigger super chats resolve first. Anna says, if we count arena cards, I guess we'll count some arena cards. Archival Whirl? What's a Whirl? 5 mana. Is it a mouse? Sorcery. Gift a Ristic Study. Shuffle your hand and graveyard into your library, then draw 7 cards. If the gift wasn't promised, each other player also shuffles their hand and graveyard into their libraries, then draws 7 cards. You know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think drawing 7 cards off the bat is like way, way more crazy than gifting someone a Ristic Study in the end. It's not even remotely fair. Raptor with Wings. We've got the Wrong Turn. When someone else deserves it more. 3 mana, instant. Target opponent gains control of target creature. Oh, it's instant speed donate. Instant speed. Ah, that's interesting. And at end of turn, I'd like to give you something. Before I get to untap my mana. Okay, next up, we got Little Dead Fly, Indentured Dijin. Indentured. Oh, is this one? Is this the Ancestral Recall for everybody else? It is the 3 mana 4/4 flyer. When it comes into play, each other player draws up to 3 cards. It's funny, draws up to, as if people won't do that. Maybe you want to do that though. Maybe you've got Orcish Bowmasters in play. Oh, you know what? Oh no, so I was like, you know what's a really card that combos with this? Hole Breach. Was it Hole Breach? Hole Breacher? Yeah, it was Hole Breacher. Then I forgot this card is banned. It's banned in Commander, damn. But it's good in Legacy, or maybe Vintage. It's gonna work out, I swear. Okay, next up, let's take a look at... We got Shane with Secret Rendezvous. Rendezvous. White has draw? Oh, wait. Oh, there's always a catch, you know? White can have card draw, but there's you got to read the dotted line. 3 mana sorcery. You and target opponent each draw 3 cards. All right, we all get to draw 3 cards. It's basically trade secrets. It's fair trade secrets around here. You can donate other people's stuff with Wrong Turn. No way! Target opponent gains control of target creature. Wow, it's like... It's not exactly removal. Do you know what that's called? Actually, don't know what that's called. That's like stealing something from your friend and then gifting it to somebody. Look what I got you. I got you this video game. Dude, where'd my video game go? Jalen, Merry Christmas to you too. Toilet Duck Blim. Comedic Genius. How genius? Okay, 4 mana, 4/3 imp flying. When Blim deals combat damage to a player, that player gains control of target permanent you control. Then each player loses life and discards cards equal to the number of perms they control but don't own. Ah, I see. Well, I mean, there's a little... trying to flavorfully think how this would work. I give someone a gift, but it hurts them. I guess they're just allergic to it. I gave you a cat. Sorry, I didn't know you were allergic. I also didn't... I also, it scratches furniture. Okay, next up, let's take a look at... Who else has cards here? Oh, the Hunted Horror. Black, 7/7 Trampler. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent creates 2 3/3 green centaur creature tokens with protection from black. At first, I was like, it's 2 3/3s? There'll be no match for my 7/7. Oh, they have protection from black. Well, this card is just borderline useless. Next up, we got... Is there such thing as a Wishmonger? Christopher B. Does such thing exist? 4 mana for 3/3 Monger. Pay 2. Target creature gains protection from the color of its choice until end of turn. Any player may play this ability. I don't feel like we're giving anybody anything. They have access to that, but we didn't give it. That's our stuff. It's like lending someone a screwdriver, but they don't own it. Islarf with Abyssal Persecutor. Abyssal Persecutor. Trample, you can't win the game. Your opponents can't lose the game. Also not giving anything. We got our second disqualification here. It's the color of its choice. The creature chooses. Oh, is that how it's worded? This target creature gains protection from the color of its control. No, it's controller's choice, not the creature. Did I misspoke? Maybe I misspoke. That's funny. Demonic Pact is the best gift give. Oh, hold on. Demonic Pact. Is that the... Wait, is this the one where we lose the game? 4 mana. This enchantment deals 4 damage to any target you gain for life. Target opponent discards 2 cards. Draw 2 cards. And then you lose the game. Okay. Yeah, I will almost count that. We're giving our opponent the gift of victory. Which is a generous gift, if you ask me. Banovsky! Thank you very much. Assault Suit for my giving Seer Gwyn in EDH. Oh, is this one you like pass it around? 4 mana equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2, has haste, can't attack you or planeswalkers you control, and also can't be sacrificed. Now, at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, you may have that player gain control of equipped creature until end of turn, and if you do, you get to untap it. You're basically throwing your creature around the table. Phage is the worst gift? It's not... Wait, if you give... Well, you can't... You gotta explain how you give the Phage, though. Phage by itself is not a gift. Oh, you're talking about... Oh, I see. Cheating Phage in play. Let's see if I can get a Phage up. Phage the Untouchable. What you have to do is cheat Phage in play, and whenever, if Phage entered the battlefield and you didn't cast it from your hand, you lose the game! Okay, what else? What do we have next? Summer Mermaid Star with the Bloodroot Apothecary. The hell's that? 3 mana for a 3/3 Squirrel Druid. It's got Toxic too. This thing is toxic. When Bloodroot Apothecary enters, you and target opponent each create a treasure token. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-creature token, that player gets 2 poison counters. There's you and target opponent each. Well, we give them a treasure. I hope they enjoy the treasure. Use it while it lasts. Maybe put it in the bank. There should be a bank in this game where you can take your treasure and you get compound interest. Want some interest on my treasure for every turn. Shane with Feldegriff. Hopefully that's good enough. Did we spell this right? I'll put Griff at the end. Hippogriff. I know what you're talking about, but that's not what it's called. Okay, we'll look for it later. I'm gonna take a look at Elixir's super chat. But Benevolent Offering. This is a 4 mana instant. Choose an opponent. You and that player each create 3 1/1 white spirit creature tokens with flying. It's friendship tokens. Friends forever. Choose an opponent. We also choose another opponent. You gain 2 life for each creature you control, and that player gains 2 life for each creature they control. Aww. Someone could end up with a lot more life than you did, though. Especially the person with the tokens. Next up, we have Raptor with Wings with Glunch. Sorry, Glunch? Glunch the Bestower. So I did not spell this right. Or how do we get Nightclub from what I wrote? Glunch. What a weird name. It's a jellyfish. You know what it looks like? What does this thing look like with the eyeballs? Or maybe I'm thinking of something from Earthbound. Okay, it's 3 mana 0/5 jellyfish with flying. At the beginning of your end step, choose a player. They put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature they control. Choose a second player to draw a card. Then choose a third player to create 2 treasure tokens. This is incredibly generous. Now, this is a very generous gifting card. Gifts all around. Summer Mermaid Star says, enjoy the treasure, sneakily poison the treasure. I suppose that's how it works. With your card, I suppose. Very generous treasure giving squirrel, even if the treasure is in fact poisoned. Also pronounced apothecary. Thank you very much. Just a random age. Wedding ring. Give someone the gift of marriage. 4 mana artifact. When enters the battlefield, if it was cast, target opponent creates a token that's a copy of it. Whenever an opponent who controls an artifact named Wedding Ring draws a card during their turn, you also get to draw a card. Whenever an opponent controls an artifact named Wedding Ring gains life during their turn, you also gain that much life. There we go. This more has to do with married than with gift giving, but you know, we did gift something to somebody. That's how it works. Imagine taking a shot every time Nikachu says gift. Or imagine the video gets faster every single time I say gift. I can't do it in real time though. Prosperity for 99? How's that work? Prosperity. Okay, blue X. Each player draws X cards. Oh my goodness. For 99. But it is a generous card. No discard. Only draw. 100% guarantee. Okay, Elixir with the Rainbow Veil. Tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. An opponent gains control of Rainbow Veil at end of turn. Aww. How does this... So how is this... I'm just wondering how this works in practice. Like, why would anyone want to play with this card? Is there actually a benefit to this? You're going to restore balance after you use it? I don't get it. Like, you know what? This card is like, it's on the reserve list. I was like, why is this $5? That makes no sense to me at all. But it's on the reserve list. And I guess it's a land. Maybe one day it'll have some purpose in some really niche, bizarre scenario. It's pretty horrible. I agree. It's too generous for the opponent. It's backbreaking. I sacrifice my land drop so you can have one. An opponent. Oh yeah, you know what you could do? For anyone that's mana screwed, I'm like, okay, tap my Rainbow Veil. Here you go. Go wild. You have 1 turn. Please give it back when you're done. Okay, Bell says, as Tempting Worm did not. I don't think we did Tempting Worm. We did a lot of worms. We did a lot of other stuff. Bell. Tempting. Tempt. There we go. The 2 mana 5/5. When it comes into play, each opponent may put any number of artifact, creature, enchantment, and/or land cards from their hand into play. You know what? We've been disqualifying these cards. That's why I guess we didn't have this one. Because it doesn't technically give the opponent anything. We enable them to do something, but we have not given them a card, a token. We've not let them draw on anything. That's why we have disqualified it. You can try again. Okay, we got the Sounds of Sushi with Arrestor of the Council. 3 mana for a 2/4 Elf Noble. Whenever players finish voting, each opponent who voted for a choice you voted for creates a treasure token. Use Scry X, where X is the number of opponents who voted for a choice you didn't vote for, and also draw a card. Feel like this... Something feels off about this election. Something feels rigged here. I can't really put my finger on it. Like, the voting happens, but somehow I got to know who voted for who. It's a very transparent voting system. Okay, next up, we got a Blackbird with Wish Claw Talisman. A card that's buried my opponents because it's so generous. 2 mana artifact comes into play with 3 wish counters on it. Then you can pay 1, tap, remove a wish counter from it. Search your library for a card, put it to your hand, then shuffle. An opponent gains control of this artifact. Activate only during your turn. Like, your opponent, like, whoever uses Wish Claw Talisman versus me, they gotta kill me, like, right then and there. Because if they don't, I will use it against them. It's not like I'd have to activate it. Oh yeah, it's activate only during your turn. I feel very confident about this card. I'm just going to use it to undermine whatever the hell they drew. Usually, like, let's say it's a combo deck. The haymakers I can draw from my deck, I think, outweigh any of their combo cards. So they have to win the turn that they activate this. Or else. Or else. Okay, Shane coming back with that Feldegriff. Is this spelled right this time? Feldegriff. Pure elephant with green wings. The OG one. Try Alliance's set. It's still legendary. Okay, I got it. We got it this time. I don't know what went wrong the last time. 4 mana for a 4/4 for a green. Feldegriff gains trample until end of turn, but the opponent gets a 1/1 green hippo creature token in play. For a white, Feldegriff gains flying until end of turn, but the opponent gets 2 life. For a blue, return Feldegriff to its owner's hand. Target opponent may draw a card. Oh my god, that is the most backbreaking one. I bounce my own creature, and I give my opponent value at the same time. Benofsky, thanks so much for your super chat. Otherworld Atlas. Charge it, and each round is Xmas. So 4 mana, artifact, tap, put a charge counter on your Otherworld Atlas. Tap, each player draws a card for each counter. Sorry, for each charge counter on your Otherworld Atlas. Holy smokes! Too generous. Put charge counter. Just trying to figure out how you break this card. I'm trying to imagine a world where we put so many charge counters and we untap it so many times we just make our opponents just draw their entire deck. That's a hippo, not an elephant. Oh, did I say elephant? Okay, hippo. They get a hippo creature token into play. Big hippo. Hippopotamus. Apparently, a hippo is like the most dangerous creature in the world. Kills more human beings than anything else. So when you see a hippo, you run. You get the hell out of there. I've seen a lot of Twitter videos of them eating, like, crushing an entire watermelon with their mouth easily. No problem. Did we mention Harmless Offering? We did. We've already done that one. Elephants are not hippopotamus. Today, we find out Nikachu doesn't know the difference between a hippo and a elephant. Ancestor Recall? Well, in some capacity. Okay, we can give someone the gift of 3 cards. It does technically say target player draws 3 cards. The foresight that Richard Garfield had with this card, like 99.99% of the time, you're going to draw the 3 cards. But you know what? You never know when you want your opponent to draw 3 cards. Maybe it was built for limited. When limited didn't even exist. It was just a concept of a format. Next up, we got John. Thanks so much for your super chat. The Agitator Ant. It's huge. It's either huge or I don't have anything for scale. 3 mana for a 2/2 insect. At the beginning of your end step, each player may put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature they control. Then goad each creature that had counters on it this way. I can tell, you know what? People love the goading thing. Goading, it's like, until your next turn, those creatures attack each combat if able and attack a player other than you if able. So it's like, okay, I'm starting to get the idea that you like forcing people to attack, but, you know, not attack you. All right, we're going to take a look at more cards that are amazing generous gifts this holiday season, but we got to thank our sponsor today, FusionGamingOnline.com, my favorite place to buy my Magic the Gathering cards. Deal of the week this week, 15% off Secret Lair box sets. If you're looking for a Secret Lair, maybe to gift yourself, well, this is the time to get those stocking stuffers. Or I don't know, this is probably going to be... If you don't have a whole lot of time to get that stocking stuffer, you got to get that post-stocking stuffer. And also, don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online for Magic Online, the digital format that lets you play Modern, Pioneer, Standard, Commander, One-on-One Commander in the comfort of your own home. Rent the cards and have access to every format and every deck possible with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_4KA. And now we go back to our gifting magic cards. Okay, hold on. What do we have here? I've seen Time Stretch get redirected. Oh my goodness. That's backbreaking. Time Stretch targets people? Hold on, what is that? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it targets. I know, I didn't know it target. I think it's Time Stretch is the one you gain. Someone takes 2 extra turns. It wasn't you who called it an elephant. It was Shane. Oh, okay. That's okay. You know, I can't. Yeah, at this point, I've been doing the show for so long and I've said so many stupid things on the fly on camera. I just assumed it was me. I would never assume it was the coffee crew. My sleepyhead read it as an alligator ant. You're right. Probably is. Hit Monkey. Hey, Nikachu, is this a good place to get my Eye of Ramos? Eye of Ramos. Wow, this is a very niche card. I know what this is because I had a bulk bin full of these cards. 3 mana artifact. Tap, add 1 blue mana to your mana pool. Sacrifice Eye of Ramos. Add 1 blue mana to your mana pool. No. Did not gift anything. You gifted your opponent, you wasting your time playing this card, I suppose. Okay, Raptor with Wings with Vernal Equinox. Vernal Equinox is a 4-mana enchantment. Any player may play creature and enchantment spells anytime they could play an instant. Also does not gift anything. We got ya boy and Ted all in one. Collective Voyage. I love its secret lair art. Let's go find out the secret lair art. Let's all ramp. We all chill friends here. We have a green sorcery. Join forces. Starting with you, each player may pay any amount of mana. And then each player searches their library for X basic land cards, where X is the total amount of mana paid this way. Puts them onto the battlefield, then shuffles. Holy moly. So whoever's cheating with the artifact ramp, they're not going to get much. Oh no, they still benefit off of this. Each player may pay, and it doesn't matter how you got the mana. Okay, with great mana comes even greater mana ramp. What else do we have here? Benjamin with Avarice Amulet. 4 mana artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has vigilance. And at the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card. But when equipped creature dies, target opponent gains control of Avarice Amulet. I love it. It almost like gives people an incentive. Oh no, it doesn't. In a 4-player game, you never know who's going to get the Avarice Amulet. I was like, let's just kill this thing. If I kill this thing, I'm going to get the card. In a 1-on-1 game, that's how it would work. Hexanort. Perch protection. Protect your perch. Oh, we did this one already. Yeah, that one works. Okay, Jacob with the Time Sifter. The gift, everyone gets a headache. Okay, 5 mana artifact. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, each player removes the top card of their library from the game. The player who removed the card with the highest converted mana cost takes an extra turn after this one. If 2 or more players cards are tied for the highest cost, the tied players repeat this process until the tie is broken. We're basically having a duel, and whoever wins the duel gets an extra turn. All right, Bell with another super chat. The Dubious Challenge. Merry Christmas, Bell. Dubious Challenge. This is like when I have a bunch of I have a level 10 deck of Pokemon, and I challenge the level 50 Gyarados that's in this pond. That's a dubious challenge. Wiped the floor with me. 4 mana sorcery. Look at the top 10 cards of your library. Exile up to 2 creature cards from among them. Shuffle your library. Target opponent may choose one of the exiled cards. They better choose wisely. And puts it on the battlefield under their control. Put the rest on the battlefield under your control. What do you mean the rest? Isn't there just 2 cards? Yeah, put the rest of 1 on the battlefield. Are there 2v2 games in MTG? There are. It's called Two-Headed Giant. I've barely played that format, but it exists. Did we do Zedru? Just a random age. Zedru. The Great-Hearted. No, we didn't do Zedru. 4 mana. 2/4. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain X life and draw X cards, where X is the number of permanents you own that your opponents control. And we want our opponents to take our stuff, because for 3 mana, target opponent gains control of target permanent you control. Question, is this any good? Like, what is the point of drawing cards and gaining life if we are perpetually just giving our stuff away? Like, I can't imagine a board that's actually, like, good for me if I've given all my garbage away. I mean, maybe, like, and it has to be, if this is your commander, it's got to be in Jeskai colors. Donate? No, we did donate already. Well, anyway, it's quite the group. I guess it's just strictly a group hug card. We did Harmless Offling as well. Steve Cooper with the super chat and the donation. Scrap Shooter. I read that quickly as Crap Shooter. It's basically the same thing. You just have to, if you squint and you get rid of the S here at the top. And also, literally gift to the crew. Thank you so much, Steve Cooper. Okay, this is a 3 mana 4/4 Raccoon Archer. Oh, of course. Steve Cooper donating based on a raccoon art. You can give them garbage for life and draw. Gift a card. You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast this spell. And when you do, it enters. When it enters, they draw a card. Reach. When Scrap Shooter enters, if the gift was promised, destroy target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. We're going to do a switcheroo. You get to draw a card, and I blow up an artifact. Oh, no. Gift an opponent. If you do... If the gift was promised, destroy target artifact or enchantment an opponent controls. Oh, I think I can choose someone else. Someone gets the gift. I get to destroy someone else's artifact. Pretty interesting for an EDH game. Yep, the Crap Shooter. They like to play craps, you know? They're going to roll them dice at the casino. Come on, sevens. There's lucky dice is already in his hand. Supercharged. Supercharged. I'd like to ask this casino for a comp, please. Christopher B., we did Haunted Horror. You were literally there. Okay, who has... anyone not have a card yet? Or has very few... I think everyone's on, like, their third card. Toilet Dock, Order of Succession. This is the gifted super chat from Steve Cooper. 4 mana sorcery. Choose left or right. Starting with you and proceeding in the chosen direction, each player chooses a creature controlled by the next player in that direction. Each player gains control of the creature they choose. Okay, hold on. Starting with you. Can I, like, steal a creature and then someone else is going to steal that creature all the way around? Starting with you and proceeding to the chosen direction, each player chooses a creature controlled by the player in that direction. Each player gains control of the creature they choose. I want to feel like they shouldn't be able to take back what they took. But I don't know. Ryan, Jinx Title. Two mana artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, Jinx Title deals 2 damage to you. Sacrifice a creature. Target opponent gains control of Jinx Title. This is one of those. This is a regifter. You're going to be gifted it. You got to regift it, or just repackage it up. Give it to somebody else. Don't tell them where you got it from. Dennis with Sylvan Offering. Green X, choose an opponent. You and that player each create an XX green Treefo creature token. Now choose an opponent again. You and that player create X11 green Elf Warrior creature tokens. We're gonna make 1 big Treefolk and 1,000,000 elves. Summer Mermaid Star with Gore Moldrak. There's a lot of gifting cards. You guys are letting me know there's tons of way to gift people around the table stuff. A 3 mana 3/2 human scout. You and permanents you control have protection from salamanders. That is highly unusual. I don't even know how many salamanders are in the game. Okay, I gotta look this up. Salamander. And this has got to be creature. How many? 17! There are 17 salamanders. This is insane. There's literally no salamanders in this game. It's like protection from rabbits. And there's only like, I don't know, a few of those too. Okay, at the beginning of your end step, each player who controls the fewest creatures... Oh, they are going to create a 4/3 blue salamander warrior creature token. Well, this feels just... The first half of this card feels just so out of place. It's a card that has protection from its own threats. It's a super niche card. That's right. Hexanort, the Noble Benefactor. The Nobility, 3 mana, 2/2, human cleric. If the Noble Benefactor is put into any graveyard from play, each player may search their library for any one card and put that card into their hand. Each player who searches their library shuffles it afterwards. When it's put into... So basically, when it dies, we all get to demonic... Is it demonic tutor? Yeah, I think it's demonic tutor. Just something directly into our hands. Okay, John, thanks so much for your super chat. We got the Plague Reaver. It's funny but brutal. Come on, John. There's nothing funny about the Plague. Okay, 3 mana for a 6/5 beast. At the beginning of your end step, sacrifice each other creature you control. Oh my god! Discard 2 cards, sacrifice Plague Reaver. Choose target opponent. Return Plague Reaver to the battlefield under that player's control at the beginning of their next upkeep. So on discard 2 cards, sacrifice Plague Reaver, choose target opponent, return it back to the battlefield under... Okay, it comes back at the beginning of their next upkeep. So at the beginning of... So basically, at the beginning of their end step, they lose everything. The gift is poison. The gift is very poisonous. Okay, we got Sage Cur. Have we ever done Confusion in the Ranks? 5 mana. For some reason, I thought this was going to be like a black card. Okay, we have our red enchantment. Whenever an artifact, creature, or enchantment comes into play, its controller chooses target permanent another player controls. That shares a type with it. Exchange control of those permanents. The old gift exchange. You give me one, I give you one as well. Or actually, do you know what it's very much like? It's when everyone at a party open their gifts. If you don't like your gift, someone else doesn't like their gift, but you want to swap. You know what? I want that thing. Yeah, let's trade. Everybody wins. Lessian's one is a good one. I have it in my group hug deck. We got Lessian with the Octomancer. It's a frog. You gift an octopus. Okay, for 5 mana, gift an octopus. It's an 8/8 blue octopus token creature? Oh my god, I'm never going to financially recover from this. At the beginning of each end step, create a token that's a copy of target creature token that entered the battlefield this turn. Give each end step create. That's insane! So we're gonna keep copying the 8/8. At the beginning of each end step, create a token that's a copy of target creature. Oh, you only get it once. But you have the chance to get another one at the beginning of each end step. At the beginning of each end step, you can copy another token and another token and another token. Just have to keep finding a way to give people 8/8s. Yeah, 8/8. Holy moly. Them octopus, they're big and strong. Super strong. Okay, next up, we've got Elixir with the Elucin the Giving. 4 mana. When I see 4 mana like this, red, green, white, and blue, I think Omnath, locus of something. This is a 4/4 Angel Advisor. Flying, Vigilance, Lifelink, and Haste. This thing has everything! This is a custom Magic the Gathering card. At the beginning of your post combat main phase. Okay, the second main phase. The player to your left gains control of Elusive the Giving. Whenever a player donates a permanent to another player, the donating player draws a card, gains 1 life, and creates 3 treasure tokens. Oh my god, my heart. See, it pays to give. It pays to share. Sharing is caring now with Illusion, the Giving. Oh, this is not a real card. You can't even play this anywhere. Got him? Yeah, I've been got. Where did this thing come from? Heroes of the Realm? Some sort of promo card. It's a Heroes of the Realm card. It's a Hero of the Realm Wizards of the Coast employee exclusive card. You got to be a Wizards of the Coast employee to have access to this exclusive card. Okay, who is still starving for cards? Shane. Forbidden. Oh, the Forbidden Orchard. True story. Just a combo card at this point, aka Oath of Druids. You're totally right. Tap to add 1 mana of any color, but when you tap the Forbidden Orchard for mana, target opponent gets a 1/1 colorless spirit creature token. It's colorless, no color. Forgot there was it died with a, what is that artifact? 6 mana artifact that turns everything into colorless artifacts. Can't remember, but died with that in play. It's that Karn the Great Creator target. Raptor with Wings. Scheming Symmetry. Yeah, gift a Vampiric Tutor. Black Sorcery. Choose 2 target players. Each of them searches their library for a card, then shuffles their library and puts that card on top of it. Gift your opponent. Yeah, gift your opponent. This holiday season, gift your loved ones a demonic tutor. Wouldn't City of Brass be better to use instead of Forbidden Orchard? No, Forbidden Orchard, you need to give somebody... There's a deck called Oath of Druids where you... If you have less creatures in play than someone else, you reveal cards from the top of your deck until you find a creature card and put it into play. It's a 2-mana enchantment. And so you basically force your opponent to have a creature in play with the Forbidden Orchard. Also, you don't take damage with this. You know, City of Brass, you have to take damage. Epic Nate, maybe Brenna or Brina, the Demagogue. They choose to accept the gift or the card draw. So 3 mana for a 1/3 Bird Warlock, flying. Whenever a player attacks one of your opponents, if that opponent has more life than another of your opponents, that attacking player draws a card, and you put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature you control. It has more life than another of your opponents. So this is like a rich get richer sort of card. We did Wedding Ring. It's been done. What's with these fake cards? It's a fake. You fake. You're gonna get lost sweeted. Okay, we got Benovsky with Humble Defector. Two mana for a 2/1 human rogue. Tap. Draw 2 cards. Target opponent gains control of Humble Defector. Activate only during your turn. Interesting. So you could draw 2 cards and then kill this thing. You don't talk to anybody. You only talk to me. Adam, welcome to the show. We got Corona. False God. I think this is one of those cards people are just too afraid to mention because they just assumed it was already done already. 6 mana for a 5/5 legend. Haste. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player untaps Corona. False God, he gains control of it. Whenever Corona attacks creatures of the type of your choice, get +3/+3 until end of turn. We did Feldegrif Meme Brulee. True fact, Humble Defector never makes it back to me when I play it. Facts. Bant Group Hub specifically. I'm watching this for things I could swap into that deck. There we go. Help Summer Mermaid Stars Bant Group Hug deck. Give suggestions in the comment section below. Marcio, you're talking about Liquid Metal Torque? No, I wasn't talking about Liquid Metal Torque or coding. I'm talking about... What's the 6 mana? There's a 6 mana artifact. Everything's like a colorless artifact. Or maybe everything's just an artifact. Maybe I'm wrong. I said we did that one, me and Brew. We did Feldegriff. It's done. Okay, Christopher B trying to get Hunted Nightmare on the show. Today's your day, Christopher B. 3 mana for a 4/5 Nightmare with Menace. When Hunted Nightmare enters the battlefield, target opponent puts a Death Touch counter on a creature they control. You gifted something. Honestly, I don't think that's a very fair deal. Very lopsided. Me and Broly with Folio of Fancies. It's fancy. It sounds like something from the UK. Do you fancy a folio? 2 mana artifact. Players have no maximum hand size. XX tap. Each player draws X cards. Also for 3 mana tap. Each opponent puts a number of cards equal to the number of cards in their hand from the top of their library into their graveyard. The most important thing is that we're going to all draw. When we draw cards, we all draw cards together. We did Wishclaw Talisman. Very good card. Tola Duck with Alexios Demos of Cosmos. 4 mana, 4/4 trampling human berserker. Whenever it attacks it attacks each combat if able, can't be sacrificed, and can't attack its owner. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player gains control of Alexios, untaps it, and puts a +1/+1 counter on it. It gains haste until end of turn. Oh my god. So this just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And keeps attacking. It's basically goated. It doesn't say it's goated, but we all know it's goated. Is this a card? Yes, man. Personal Securitron? Oh, that Yes Man was literally part of the name. 3 mana for a 2/2 robot. Tap, target opponent gains control of Yes Man, Personal Securitron. When they do, you draw 2 cards and put a quest counter on Yes Man. Activate only during your turn. But there's wild card. When Yes Man leaves the battlefield, its owner creates a tapped 1/1 white soldier creature token for each quest counter on it. What a weird card. I mean, it's just bizarre up and down. Tommy Siddons with the Secret Rendezvous. Oh, we did this one. Sorry about that one. Can you pet that dog? Go pet your dog. Okay, Marcio with Slicer. Hired Muscle. Oh yeah, it looks like muscle. 5 mana for a 3/4. More than meets the eye for 3 mana. Also has double strike and haste. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep, you may have that player gain control of Slicer until end of turn. And if you do, untap Slicer. Goat it, and it can't be sacrificed this turn. If you don't, convert it. I can see there's a bit of a pattern here with cards that you just have on the battlefield to engage in absolute chaos. Steve Cooper with a huge super chat. Might need to type it first. Naughty/nice. It's / naughty _nice. And gift 4 to the crew. Thanks so much, Steve Cooper. The holiday donation. Okay, Naughty. 3 mana. Search another target player's library for a card and put that card into your hand. We are stealing from somebody. This is the Grinch. Then shuffle that player's library. Now, Nice. We spend 3 mana as a sorcery. Search your library for a card and put it into another target player's hand. Then shuffle your library. Okay, we got 4 super chats. The Dank Spanker recently made a commander deck for Glunch. Oh no, we did this one, right? I think we Glunch. I think we did Glunch already. Sorry, we did Glunch already. Okay, Shane, we got the Hungry Lynx. That's cute. They caught themselves a mouse. It's a 2 mana 2/2 cat. Cats you control have protection from rats. At the beginning of your end step, target opponent creates a 1/1 black rat creature token with Death Touch. The relentless rats player is like, yes, yes. Whenever a rat dies, put a +1/+1 counter on each cat you control. It's a cute card. Someone feed the lynx. Yeah, but there's no kitty. There's no kibble out there in the multiverse. Who's making the cat food? What else do we have here? Found the artifact, mixed synth lattice. That's it. You know, it just escaped my brain. I'm in like streamer mode right now. I'm in casual streamer mode right now. If I was in competitive streamer mode, I might remember that card. Tybalt's Trickery. I don't think that gifts the opponent anything. It just counters and gifts you something. So that's going to get a disqualification. Epic name. I don't think Braids gifts anything. Braids. I think it just gives everyone a show and tell. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player may put an artifact, creature, land from their hand onto the battlefield. We didn't give the opponent any... They have no material gain. They gain tempo. They didn't do anything. They did not get anything. Marcio with Transmogrifying Wand. 3 mana, enters the battlefield with 3 charge counters on it. Pay 1, tap, remove a charge counter from Transmogrifying Wand. Destroy target creature. Its controller creates a 2/4 white Ox creature token. Bah. Activate only as a sorcery. Them Ox. What is it? My Zodiac? My Zodiac is the Ox. I'm somehow horribly disappointed. I am very... I don't know. It says you are very patient and you are very hardworking. I guess that describes me. I'd prefer a cuter animal, though, personally. Okay, another super chat. Going to Toilet Ducks. Mind Slaver Toolkit. This is barely real. This is the most testy card of testy cards. 0 artifact. Tap. Target opponent gains control of Mind Slaver Toolkit. X tap. Choose any number. You lose X life. You discard X cards. You sacrifice X permanents. Okay, let's we go to less. It's funny, we're giving our opponent the option to basically just self-harm themselves here. You lose X life, you discard X cards, you sack X. The discarding X cards might be the only one that is useful to somebody. You know, the right person. The right person might want to discard X cards. Most people do not need to lose their life or their permanence. Tybalt's Trickery basically chaos warps the spell for whoever. Oh, you know what? I forgot this can target... you know what? You're right. Tybalt's Trickery. I know this card mostly as a card that targets your stuff, not your opponent's. So, but you do counter spells, and you can counter your opponent's spell. Choose 1, 2, or 3 at random. Its controller mills that many cards, then exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card with a different name than that spell. They may cast the card without paying its mana cost, and then they put the exiled cards on the bottom of their library in a random order. Yeah, that works. That does work. My Zodiac is the snake. It's more fun than the ox. So I'm gonna say that's all I'm gonna say. Who doesn't have many cards here? Who didn't get any cards? I think everyone's got a card. It's just a matter of how many cards that people get. The dank spanker. Tempt with bunnies. That's a lot of bunnies. 3 mana, sorcery, tempting offer. Draw a card and create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token. Then each opponent may draw a card and create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token. For each opponent who does, you draw a card and you also create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token. So the more tokens and cards people want, the more stuff you get yourself. We got Pyron with the Mind Slaver Toolkit. How to win with Baron Glory. Oh, I see. Okay, I looked up this damn thing twice. Okay, it's a Baron Glory enabler. You really have to hope that someone gives you the damn thing. Ooh, Curse of the Swine. We're going to exile X target creatures. And then for each creature exiled this way, its controller creates a 2/2 green boar creature token. It is now a staple blue removal spell. The Acrone Horse from Benjamin Berkeley. 4 mana for a 0/4 defender. Enters the battlefield, an opponent gains control of it. And at the beginning of your upkeep, each opponent creates a 1/1 white soldier creature token. But you're no longer the opponent. You're the owner, which means I get the token. Careful what you take as a gift, I suppose. Don't think we did tempt with... Well, we did the tempt with Bunnings now. Okay, one more. Did we do a Hunted Troll? I guess not. All right, this is the 4-mana 8/4 Troll Warrior. When Hunted Troll enters the battlefield, target opponent puts 4 1/1 blue fairy creature tokens with flying onto the battlefield. And of course, for a green, you can regenerate the Hunted Troll. Thank you so much for being here today, everyone. We had a great show. I hope you know how to best gift stuff to your opponents on this holiday season. If you want to be part of this show, we always do this 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, except for exactly tomorrow on Wednesday, the 25th, because it's Christmas. There's going to be no show for tomorrow. Sorry about that, custom card players. And of course, thank you so much, everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat, some other people are part of the show. And of course, thank you so much for being here, my coffee crew. People like Steve Cooper and Shane and Summer Mermaid Star. We got Belle, Tommy Siddons, Marcio, Trent Little Deadfly, Fraginka, Pyron Kerr, Benjamin Berkeley, ya boy and Ted. Love ya boy. Ya boy's the greatest. And Joshua Everett, because you guys are the crew. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing them coffees, and we will keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.